when you're in the thick of it, it's horrible.
You're
Like I remember.
clearly loving it as a family. Like, how is that kind of feeling for you seeing them grow up here and by the looks of things, loving it?
Yeah, it's actually it's really surreal to be honest with you. Like we mentioned before, and like I've mentioned before as well. That the first 6 months was pretty tough. Very easy for me just to drop in with a new team, and was made to feel very welcome here. But obviously for my family, it was very difficult in terms of taking the kids to school and then really them not struggling, but just not having any friends. Obviously not understanding the language at all. But you do listen to the people around you, and they say, especially I spoke to Roger a lot before coming, and he said that it's tough for your kids. It is, and it's heartbreaking to see them upset, and it's heartbreaking making them to go to school every single day. But you do get through that, and it could take 6 months, could take a year, but eventually you get through it. And I certainly felt after the first year we got through that, and like I showed on the vlog, like Nori, my eldest now, is her French is unreal.
Yeah,
They love going to school every day. They enjoy it. They enjoy speaking the language. They enjoy the different cultures. They come home every day and they say they've learned something new or they do this. And I come home from training now, and my wife and I get to see them happy, get to see them smiling. They're teaching us French as well, which is
yeah.
pretty cool. And like I said in my vlog, this she spends a lot of time correcting me when I'm speaking French when I'm out. Um, but I look at that and I smile and I think it's brilliant. And when we see family, we don't see family very often, but when they do come out and say and visit us, they've changed. The kids have changed a lot, they say.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool to see them growing up and experience this culture that we're doing.
Well, I was going to ask as well, because obviously seeing and hearing that from you, like, was that needed, the kind of honesty from Raj of, look, it isn't easy. Do you know what I mean? Like, did that help you kind of just trust him a bit more of that kind of way rather than him being like, oh, they'll be grand?
Yeah, exactly. I think, not just Roger, obviously, there's a few guys I spoke to about it, and it is as much as you want them to say the kids will be fine, it'll be, their kids, they'll get used to it. When you're in the thick of it, it's horrible. Like I remember Nori coming home from school, crying most nights, and next morning crying again, not wanting to go to school, and when the tears eventually did stop, I asked her about her day and like ask her how she got on and what did you get up to, and yeah, no, she would say like, yeah, no, it was good, Daddy. I played at lunchtime. I'm like, oh, who did you play with? And she's like, oh, no one. I played by myself. And it's
Hmm.
just like, that's just like like you feel your heart ache and obviously there's been times where me and Zoe, my wife, have spoken. We've like, oh, is this the right thing? This is obviously the right thing for my rugby, but is it the right thing for my family? But you do remember those conversations, and like I mentioned with Roger, like it makes it a lot easier to know that everybody was in the same boat at one stage. And like I said, it doesn't matter. It could be 6 months, could be 8 months, could be a year, but they do get through it. And the kids are very resilient, and they're tough. And like I said, for us it was about a year, and you could see them really turning the corner, and you could see them really enjoying it and embracing it. So yeah, it was nice to know that there'd be a bit of light at the end of the tunnel.